I'll give you a little peek behind the curtain. Every Thursday at 11 a.m., us at NBC Sports Bay Area, associated with the pregame show and the postgame show, we get together on a video call and we talk about all the things we're going to be watching for the upcoming game. Of course, this week's game, Week 15, 49ers and the Tennessee Titans. And so one of the things that I was looking at was this. I just don't think this game is compelling at all. The Titans are not a good team right now. Cam Ward, the number one overall pick, is not a good quarterback. The Titans really don't have much punch. They have one really good player, Jeffrey Simmons, on defense, but clearly this is a game the 49ers need to win and should win. 49ers are 9-4, but a lot of what we talked about, a lot of what I suggested we talk about on Sunday during the pregame show would just be how the 49ers can use this game as a springboard. Now, it's okay for us in the media or fans or whatever to be, maybe, I don't know, looking past the Titans, but certainly recognizing that they're not a good team. Obviously, the 49ers approach all these games as if they're playing for the Super Bowl. They don't take anybody lightly. They game plan the same amount. They try to expose the other team's weaknesses. They try to account for the other team's strengths. So all that will take care of itself on the field at Levi Stadium on Sunday afternoon. But what I think needs to happen for the 49ers to finish strong. They're on a 3-game winning streak heading into the bye. Coming out of the bye, they have the Titans, and then they have the Indianapolis Colts. Right now, the 49ers are very much in the mix for the number one overall seed. Of course, they need some help along the way, but the Rams have a 1-game lead on the 49ers, actually less than a 1-game lead, I guess, if you look at the conference records and where that all would happen. But they have a 1-game lead. Rams have 10 wins, 49ers have 9 wins. And then there's Seattle right there, same record as the Rams, but the Rams have the tiebreaker right now over Seattle. Those teams will play next week on a short week. But as I look at the 49ers, 9-4 isn't good enough the way they've gotten to 9-4. Let me explain. If the 49ers are going to finish this season strong and have any chance of running the table here to finish the regular season, which would put them in a very good position to win. Well, if they run the table, they will win the NFC West probably, unless the Rams also run the table. Rams have a game this week against Detroit, then the next week against Seattle. But for the 49ers to make a splash in the playoffs, for them to win the 3 games after this one, they need to get some things kind of sorted out. And I would say the number one thing is the run game, offense and defense. Now, you always associate the 49ers offense with a team that can always run the football, always run the ball successfully. And so 3.5 yards as a team per carry simply is not good enough. It's the area of the team that the 49ers must get better at. There's no question about it. And McCaffrey is en route to a fantastic season, a thousand season perhaps, but his yards per carry is way down from what you would expect it to be. So 3.5 yards for the team. I think it's 3.6 yards for McCaffrey. Simply not good enough. They have to find a way to generate the running game. They have to find a way to get more explosive plays from McCaffrey. And those explosive plays are how a team's rushing average jumps up. So that's number one. 49ers have to run the ball better. Also, defensively, they have to do a better job of stopping the run. And they are going to get tested in this game against Tony Pollard, who had 161 yards rushing against Cleveland last week, a very good Cleveland Browns team, as the Titans pulled off that upset. But the next week, Jonathan Taylor, and then just going into the playoffs, assuming they get to the playoffs, which I think we can kind of assume at this point, they're going to be facing some good running teams. So they have to be able to shore up their defensive line to stop the running game and not enable teams to get 5-6 yards a pop on first down. So those are the two areas where I think the 49ers can get better, and probably they need to get better. Yes, they're 9-4, but I'm not sure that the formula that they've used to get to 9-4 is something that can sustain them for the rest for these remaining 4 games of the regular season and then into the playoffs for a deep playoff run. So, number one, it's the offensive running game. Got to get more consistency from that. Got to get chunks of yards on the ground, and then defensively do a better job of stopping the opposition's run game. The other areas, and it goes back to the defensive line as well, would be a consistent and steady pass rush. No team in the NFL, or I should say, no quarterback in the NFL has been sacked more than the Titans. Cam Ward, 49 sacks through this stage of the season, 49 sacks that that the Titans have allowed through the 13 games. Geno Smith, I mean, you expect that from a rookie quarterback. What's interesting is the guy that he's tied with, 49, Geno Smith, is no rookie. And so the 49ers need to find a way to generate a consistent and steady pass rush. And, right now, I wouldn't say that they have any domination on the defensive line. I don't know if there's any one player that's standing out above the rest, but what they have to do is find that combination of guys and roll with the hot guy, whether it's Bryce Huff. It's been a while now since he's had a sack. The 49ers' leading sack artist here in recent weeks has been Clelin Ferrell, who they picked up mid-season. He didn't have a team, and now he's tied for the team lead with 4 sacks with Bryce Huff. Yetur Gross-Matos, they opened the practice window for him on Thursday. If he can get out there and give them some good snaps, both as a base defensive lineman, defensive end, rushing the passer in the early downs, sliding inside to rush the passer in nickel situations. It's also Sam Okawanu who's injured, so when he comes back, they're expecting something from him. Keon White, the recent addition in the trade coming over from New England. It's Alfred Collins, a rookie who gets a break. Probably needed that to get his body healed up. What he can bring as an inside presence, both in the run game and also pushing the pocket in the passing game. So those are the kinds of things. And then one other element where I think the 49ers, where there's room for improvement, where they can get better. The passing game generally has been good. Obviously, Brock Purdy needs to cut down on the giveaways. He needs to cut down on the turnovers, the interceptions. But also the Ricky Pearsall that was out there on the field for the first 3 games of the season, and heck, even the 4th game when the Jaguars came to town. He got injured in that game. But that's the Ricky Pearsall the 49ers need back as far as being productive in the passing game. They need to be able to get the ball into his hands against man coverage. He needs to make some yards after the catch. He needs to give the 49ers something that from the offense, from the outside, that they don't have. Juwan Jennings now is healthy, and I think that combination, if Ricky Pearsall can get back into the flow of things, work that rhythm, work that combination, that chemistry with Brock Purdy, that will enable the 49ers to take this another step forward with the running game. So those are the things I see. That's why 9-4 looks great for the 49ers. They're in a really good situation, but they can be and they must be better if they're going to finish this season out strong. They're going to go into the postseason with momentum, and then if they're going to do anything in the postseason once they get there. So I know it's nitpicking a little bit, but going back to that production meeting, Tom Rathman will be in studio. When I first started covering the team and the 49ers had all those superstars on the team, heck, they would beat teams regularly. They would crush teams, and everyone on the team after the game was talking about the things they did wrong. So it's having that high standard and knowing that just winning isn't good enough. It's winning and then spinning it forward to finding out the little things that 49ers need to get better at. So that's how I view this as the 49ers head down the stretch, 4 games remaining, and how they can use this game on Sunday at Levi Stadium against the Tennessee Titans as a springboard for the final 3 games of the season. It's something in which they can build on and get some momentum going into the NFC playoffs.